Okay, let's talk some recent Star Wars news. Most of this news is from 1 to 4 days ago, but it's what I consider to be the most important Star Wars news. Recent Star Wars news. I understand recent to you might be different to me, but I consider within 4 days recent.
Don't get too proud of this technological terror you've constructed.
So first, Ewan McGregor went on television to say once more, the Obi-Wan live-action Disney Plus TV show is still happening. We're now just shooting in 2021 instead of in 2020 to give us more time to prepare. Calm down. It's gonna be okay. He also talked about how much he loves The Mandalorian and also how originally the Obi-Wan series was going to be a movie, but then they decided it would work better as a television show, which we already knew. Next, Kathleen Kennedy told BBC that they are going to have a woman Star Wars director for a movie very soon. It's in the pipeline. It's going to happen. I don't know her definition of very soon because we know the next Star Wars movie we're getting is in 2022. And I had thought that was Kevin Feige's. But maybe she's just gonna do a woman director? I don't know. I don't care whether it's a man or a woman directing a Star Wars movie. I just care about them being competent and able to make a good movie. It really doesn't matter to me. I don't understand why we keep pushing this with Kathleen Kennedy, and she seems to make really bad decisions when it comes to directors, so I don't know, I'm a little worried. Next, Project Luminous is being revealed this month on the 24th, where we'll learn about release dates, stories, and characters on an intriguing era. And if I'm being overly optimistic, High Republic, please. However, we're also being told not to expect any movie, TV, or game tie-ins to be announced during this on the 24th. Because again, cough cough, please God, High Republic era. Although honestly at this point, and I don't know if this is a controversial opinion, I wouldn't mind them doing 100 years or more past the sequel trilogy time. I think going 100 or so years past the Skywalker saga could be pretty cool. Next, boss actor Alan Harris recently passed away, so that is incredibly sad. He also played a few other characters, but he's most known for this. Thrawn Ascendancy is delayed from May 5th to October 6th due to scheduling conflicts, but don't worry because they're already working on book 2. It's not like the book is in danger. Also, the pages are now blue, which is so cool. Speaking of books, apparently this summer we're going to get a novel about Poe's rougher youth and the things he got into. Spice, smuggling, and the likes. And hopefully it will calm down some of us that are upset that we felt like Poe's mom dying pushed him to join the New Republic and be a pilot with them, instead of his mom dying pushed him to become a spice smuggler, which kind of changed his canon a little bit and was a tiny bit upsetting, just a little bit. Next, we got a leak of the Star Wars Underworld test footage, which was from 2010 from the canceled Star Wars TV show Underworld, which would take place in the lower levels of Coruscant. This series was going to be set before Order 66, but due to the insane cost of shooting the series as well as selling Lucasfilm to Disney, Underworld was delayed and then just canceled. I encourage you to check out the test footage. It is so good, and I think they could really benefit from doing shows like this. Next, resident angry man Pablo Hidalgo said, "Keep a secret. It was the first act of 9 that changed the most during post, not the last. Don't tell the Reylos." One, this guy is always clowning around and also pretty much always angry and snippy, so probably don't take anything he says to heart, but we already knew that they changed around the first act quite a bit, and it was the most challenging thing for JJ, such as we knew that Luke and Leia training post Return of the Jedi was going to be the opening scene of episode 9, but then that got completely reworked. So he's not saying anything that we didn't already know, but at the same time, dude is so angry. Also, if you're interested, Pablo talked about people saying there's different endings, and here's what he tweeted. A billion years ago, when 8 was getting started, I pitched a 9 ending with Ben living on the island in Luke's place. But that was never anyone's call other than the filmmakers. And what's in 9 was in there once production started, so be wary of different ending tales. I didn't think there were a bunch of different endings. If you follow the interview from the editor, one of the editors on episode 9, she talked about how they did film a bunch of stuff and then go back to shoot some additional stuff, and they didn't know what they were going to put in the end and in certain parts of the film until they started editing it. So I think maybe that's where the rumors are coming from, because she didn't even know, the editor. She didn't even know if they were going to have the Reylo kiss at the end. They decided they were just going to start editing it and then see when the time came if they should have it in or not. Which is not me coming at Reylos. Dear God, I really don't care if Rey and Kylo are together. I guess they can be together now because Kylo's dead, but the Reylo kiss wasn't 100% certain. It was shot, but they didn't know if they were going to have it in. Lastly, Ron Howard talked a bit about Solo and how much of the rewrites he had to do and how much changed between Lord and Miller and what he did. So on the filmmaking style, Ron Howard said, "It was almost a rewrite and a continuation, and there was a certain percentage of the film that hadn't been shot at all yet. We were pretty targeted as to what we were making." Ron also talked about toxicity within the Star Wars fan base and whether that affected them all making the movie, and also gave a little bit of advice that was given to him by George Lucas. So Ron Howard said, "I had a blast making that movie, and it did remind me that I really enjoy that kind of playful storytelling and the action, and I love tech, and I love actors more, but it's great what you can offer audiences. George Lucas is a mentor, a tremendous friend. He warned me and he said, hey, look, it's for the fans, and yet you have to have the courage to hear them, but tell the story you want to tell. So he's all for the galaxy expanding and experimenting. That's what he prefers the most. He gets most excited about those that want to push the boundaries of what a Star Wars movie or TV show can be."
Thanks so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars videos.